Happy New Year's Eve. I hope everybody is as excited as me that 2020 is on its way out of here and we're about to step into a new year. But I want to make one more video before we step into the new year. And I thought, what better video to make than what we're going to be eating for New Year's Day. Growing up, traditionally, we had cabbage and cornbread and black-eyed peas on New Year's. I don't know if that is like a national tradition. I think it has something to do with being prosperous in the new year or something. I'm not familiar exactly what it means, but I know that eating on New Year's makes me feel nostalgic about my childhood. Plus, I like all that stuff. But we're going to keep it keto, so there will be no black-eyed peas. What I'm going to do is to cook some cabbage. I'm also going to cook some keto cornbread, and then I'm going to omit the peas and just cook up some okra and sausage and onions in lieu of the black-eyed peas for us. So, first thing, I have my cabbage. Let me adjust you guys down just a little bit so you can see. All right, I have my cabbage here. Now, I'm cooking my cabbage differently than I normally do. I normally put them in a pot. I render out some bacon and have some chopped vegetables and then layer the cabbage and dried seasoning. That's how I usually cook it. But this is going to be baked. I have a friend on Instagram. Her name is Courtney. I'm going to put her Instagram page at the end of the video. But she swears by baking your cabbage. She says that it tastes delicious and that it's super simple and that you set it and forget it. Y'all know I'm all about that easy life. So, if that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. So what I have here is one head of cabbage, about this big. I got an extra one because if I mess this up, I'm going to have to cook my husband some cabbage. Also, if I get this right, I'm going to have to cook some more cabbage. So Courtney, I'm trusting you, girl. Okay, so what we have here is the chopped cabbage. On top of it, I put my dried seasoning, which is some pink Himalayan sea salt. I gotta refill my container. It's getting a lot low. All right, I have some freshly cracked ground black pepper. I have some onion powder. And I have the Holy Grail, some garlic powder. Okay, so I've already sprinkled that on there. And then I took a stick of butter. I'm using the Kerrygold unsalted. And I chopped it up into pats and I just distributed it as evenly as I could onto the cabbage. Placed it on this baking sheet. You know, I don't know if I should have used something this shallow because I know this is going to make a little bit of juice. But I think it'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to put this in the oven, already preheated at 350 degrees, and we're going to just let it bake until it's nice and tender. Let it do what it do. All right, that's the cabbage. I'll be back for the cornbread. Okay, I'm back. Now it's time for the cornbread. I hope I'm not too blown out. I pushed y'all back so you can see everything. I have already put everything in the mixing bowl for the cornbread so that the video isn't forever long. So what I'm going to do, this cornbread came from another Instagram friend of mine. Her name is Keish. And I'm going to also put her Instagram page at the end of the video. I'm going to give you her recipe, but I made a few changes. Plus, I double it because hers say she yields 6 to 9 muffins, and I need 12 good, substantial cornbread muffins. So I double the recipe. I'm going to read her recipe as it is, and then I'll just tell you how I tweak it or change it for my taste. Okay, so first of all, she starts off with a cup of almond flour. Of course, I use 2 cups because double 1 is 2. She uses 2 eggs. I add 4. I'm just going to put everything to the side so I make sure I didn't miss anything. Then she uses either 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk or a 1/4 cup of sour cream. So since I double my recipe, I use both 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk. Make sure it's unsweetened. She says vanilla. This one is just original, but I've also used vanilla. That's just what I had. And then a 1/4 cup of sour cream. So it makes my double ratio. And I like the combination of the two because the milk, to me, adds moisture, but the sour cream adds that little bite that makes it, I don't know. It works to have both, in my opinion. Then she adds vanilla, and I have my vanilla. It is, how much vanilla? A teaspoon of vanilla, so I add 2. And then she uses 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Where's my baking powder? Oh, baking powder. So I also add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And she uses 2 to 3 tablespoons of monk fruit sweetener. I love Lakanto monk fruit sweetener. It doesn't have a weird aftertaste like some other sweeteners to me. But I was low on my granulated, so I used the powdered. Works just as fine. She says 2 to 3 tablespoons, so I met her right in the middle, and I used 4, so 2 for one batch, 4 for the double. And then you stir it all up together and put it in muffin pans. Before I stir it up, let me tell you how I substitute. Oh, she also says 2 tablespoons of butter. So I have my butter, but I saved it over here to the end so I can show you how I substitute, because she does not have salt in her recipe. So I either add a couple of pinches of salt, or I use salted butter. So the butter is 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So I use 4 of this salted Kerrygold. I don't know why I always want to say Marigold. I also add flavoring in addition to the vanilla. I have this 1-for-1 or 1-on-1. I call them old flavors. Hold on. I'm always reading recipes and stuff in here, so I keep a pair of my reading glasses in here. Don't laugh, don't judge. I am very grateful that I made it all the way to 45 without needing any help with my eyesight, because my parents both were wearing glasses for as long as I can remember. Okay, so it is 1-on-1 flavor. I use a full dropper of the real honey flavor. Come on, honey cornbread, come on. And about 20 drops of this cornbread flavor, like 10 for each. So if I was making a single batch, I use 10. Double batch, I use about 20. And that's the only changes that I make. And I'm going to show you now. This, doesn't that look like cornbread? Look here. So that don't look like Jiffy. Come on. Y'all, it's good. Do yourself a favor. Make this. Either get you a pen and paper and play back what I said, or better yet, go to her Instagram, and it's in her story highlights. And if you do make it, because you watched this video, let me know. Either comment on this video or tag me on Instagram. Definitely tag her. Let her know you made it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish scooping the cornbread mixture into my little muffin cups. Put it in the oven. It bakes at 350 for, she says, 15 to 18 minutes. So I'm going to finish filling up my muffin cups here. I'm going to pop it into the oven with the cabbage and check on it. And I'll be back. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss those blackout peas. Okay, guys, it's time to make my version of black eyed peas and okra. I have been playing around with finding a replacement for beans for quite some time, and I like the method that I've come up with so far. I did it. Oops. 1 minute. That's my cornbread going off. Let's see what we got. Look at those muffins. Can you see it? Can you see it? I don't know if it's coming through on camera, but they're beautiful. I think they could be a smidge more brown, so I'm gonna pop them back in there for like 2 minutes on broil. Let's do 1 minute. I don't want to burn them. Okay, now back to what I was saying. So to make my black eyed peas and okra, or should I call it blackout peas and okra, because I'm blacking out the peas, I'm omitting them because I have so much carbs in them. I start by dry frying. Dry frying my okra. Do yourself a favor. If you make anything with okra, you want to dry fry it or air fry it or bake it in the oven to get it nice and dry. If you want to mess up a dish quick, put some fresh okra in there. You're going to have yourself a pot of snot because it gets really, really, really slimy. So this is about a half a cup of okra. I'm going to add to this. This is the okra I use. It's just from my local HEB grocery store, just frozen cut okra. And then I'm going to add this Pick Sweet seasoning blend. It's frozen. It's my favorite. I'm going to add about a serving, which is 3/4 cups. Okay. And I'm going to let that cook down just a little bit. So far, I haven't added any oil or anything to this because I'm going to add some butter for creaminess. But right now, these vegetables, the okra is dried out, and the vegetables, chopped vegetables, is going to have a little moisture to them, so they'll be fine. They won't stick. The okra has 30 calories in a serving, and it's 3/4 cups, and I don't even think that's 3/4 cups. That's more like a half a cup. And it says it has 6 total carbs and 2 fibers, so like 4 net carbs. This is actually less than 4 net carbs because that's a little less than a serving. These Pick Sweet vegetables have in a serving 5 carbs, 1 fiber, so 4. So right now we're going to say for the whole dish we're only at 8 carbs. Okay, so as this cooks, I have it too low, excuse me. Put it on medium-high heat so those vegetables can go ahead and cook. Then I'm going to add to it this little gem right here. It's called Better Than Bouillon. This one is the seasoned vegetable base. I have used the chicken. I have used the beef the most. It's my favorite. And even though peas and beans are not vegetables per se, in my mind that's where I categorize them. Like vegetables, so this gives it that, it's going to give it that vegetable taste, that beany taste, and it is, okay, where are we, 1 gram of carbohydrate for 1 teaspoon. This is about 2 teaspoons, so now we're up to 10 carbs for the whole dish. I'm just trying to see, you know, the difference, because in 1 can of black eyed peas was like 27 carbs per serving, and there's like 4 servings, so this is definitely going to be a lot better than that. So I have that stirred around, and then I'm going to add to it my sausage. This is a pound of smoked sausage. I cut each link in half, and then I think it's a pound. I'll check to see exactly how much. It's a whole package. I cut each link in half, and then cut those links into thirds to kind of cube it. The thought behind it is so the sausage is about the same size that a bean or the peas would be. So that when you're eating it, you know, you're getting in it on your spoon or over your rice. You don't have these big chunks of sausage. They're smaller. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this smells so good already. Let me get my muffins out before they burn. Oh no! I burnt the muffins. Well, no, they're not burnt. They're just a little dark on top. Dang it. I thought I set the timer. It's fine. It's fine. Don't do that, y'all. Don't pop them back in there under the broiler trying to get over color. They were perfect. Now, Okay, they're not burnt. They're just, the top of them are too hot to try. I'll try in a minute. Okay, so now that I got all the vegetables and the meat in, here's the secret. To make them creamy, you want to add some water or stock, vegetable stock. I use water because I also add to it butter and heavy cream. So I put my butter in. Boom. Let me grab my water. And then I add about 2 cups of water. Let me see, this bottle is that 16.9 ounce, whatever that is, a full bottle of water. I just grabbed it because I had it here. And then I'm also going to add some heavy cream. I'll say this is a 1/4 cup. All right. Now, where's my spoon? Here we go. We're going to stir that around. And you see, it's going to end up looking like a pot of beans. You're not even going to know that beans aren't in there. Once it cooks down, it's going to be super creamy. If it's still a little bit too liquidy, I just check. Each time it comes out differently. I don't know why. But I wait till the end to do this. And if it's just not creamy enough, I do, depending on the taste I'm going for, I either add a little bit of Parmesan cheese or a little bit of xanthan gum. Both of those, either of those will thicken it. Okay. I'm going to put, wrong top. Yeah, it's wrong top. Where's the top? Top, where are you? Okay. Going to put the top on it and let that simmer on a medium to medium high heat just to cook down a little bit, and then we'll be back. I'm about to mix some more muffins because, boo, other than the burnt top, you can see how nice and cornbready that is. But I'm going to go ahead and whip up some more and put them back in the oven. Hold on. Okay, guys, we're going to check on it. This has been simmering for about a good 10 minutes. And just as I suspected, it's looser than I want. So I'm going to go ahead and add the teeniest little bit of xanthan gum to it to thicken it up. Because after 10 minutes, it should have thickened a little bit. It's reduced some. But that was, 10 minutes is long enough to know. It was also long enough to whip up another batch of muffins, cornbread muffins. I'm going to put in this oven and set the timer. Okay, so I'm going to add some xanthan gum to this, just a smidge, because like an eighth of a teaspoon to start. I mean, is it an eighth? Where's my teaspoon? There you go. Like, this is a 1/4 of a teaspoon. So like half of this into it to try to thicken. If you use too much of that stuff, you will have a mess on your hands. It'll turn a liquid to a solid in no time flat. Oh, on another note, I tried my cornbread muffins, you know, the ones that got too dark, and they are delicious. So I'm going to remove all of them from their little wrapper, let them cool completely, put them in a Ziploc bag, and pop them in the freezer, and use them for seafood dressing next week. We're so cricket. Hold on. Whoops. Y'all stay with me now. Now we're crooked the other way. Oh, I give up. Okay. Let's see what it is. Nope, still crooked. Anyway, all done with the food. I have the fresh new cornbread muffins here. Oh, looks like we're all blowed out. Let me see if I get rid of some of these other lights. Can you see? Oh, not that one. Maybe the one behind me. How about now? Now I'm too dark. I don't know what to do. Okay, maybe. I don't know. We'll try it another way. Hold on. Wow, that's up close and personal. Okay, now it's better. All right, so the cornbread muffins are out of the oven the second time around. Man, it is a good thing that I have the ingredients for these bad boys on hand, and I could just whip up another batch like that. But they're staples. The ingredients to this is just staples in my house. As far as these, whoops, I'm just going to freeze them and use them for my seafood dressing in a few weeks. If you guys would like to see how I make my seafood dressing, just comment below. I'd be more than happy to do it on camera for y'all. Because it's good. It's bomb. Now, here's the cabbage. Courtney, sweetie, you did not steer me wrong. I mean, I don't know why I ever doubted, but this is delicious. Now, y'all, let's see. Some real fancy camera work I got going on. Here are the blackout beans or blackout peas. See how creamy that got? See, getting really nice and close. I don't know if this is coming out on camera or not. I have no viewfinder. I just hope y'all see what I'm seeing. Over here, I have a little cauliflower rice I steamed up to go with this. And then I got just a rotisserie because I was not about to make a chicken. I'm going to fill my little plate here. And me and Tyler are going to eat. Stay tuned.